to challenge other males who might be perhaps stronger than them individually, but with two males ganging up together, one of them might succeed in overthrowing the current top-ranking or alpha #1 male. And their complex social structure such that if you're a young individual, a young male, let's say you're 13 years old, and you're just beginning to, all your testosterone is flowing around in your body, and you're strong, you're more or less adult sized, and you're with a group of females, and you're the boss. You can bully them, and they will respect you. But then you've got to be prepared in 1 second to change your attitude if a high-ranking male comes into the group. Now you must be submissive, because if you're not, you're going to be attacked. So you've got to be able to change how you behave continually, depending on who you're with. And I think that's one way in which chimpanzee intellect has developed. I learned about other ways in which the chimpanzees use objects as tools. And gradually, as other field studies began, we realized that in different parts of Africa, there were different tool-using behaviors, and that these were passed from one individual to the next through observational learning. And that is one definition of human culture. Behavior passed from one generation to the next through observation, learning, and imitation. So we can say chimpanzees have primitive cultures. I've always been fascinated by the behavior of family members, the relationship between a mother and her growing offspring. That was a thing that Nancy Merrick studied when she was at Gombe. And the fact that you have your first child when you're 12, 13, you don't have another child for at least 5 years. When you have a second child, your first offspring doesn't go off and become independent, no, still emotionally dependent on the mother, traveling around with her, still learning while the brain is plastic, learning what you need to learn to be an adult in this complex society. And so while you're still traveling with your mother, the bonds between mother and offspring get stronger, and too, the bonds between the brothers and sisters, the siblings. And even when the third child is born and the oldest offspring is 10 or 11 or maybe 12, that oldest child is still spending a lot of time with the family. And so these bonds continue throughout life. And chimpanzees, by the way, can live for more than 60 years.